Hi, everyone. Welcome back. This isn't really episode 3. I feel like this is more of episode 2.5. It's a nice little second chapter, I guess, to the last episode because I don't feel like I spoke enough on family and the support system. I completely understand that not everyone has the luxury of a great family or great support system, which I think is really the purpose around doing this vlog so that I can try to help be your support system and I can be there to say, you can do this. What do you need? What kind of tools can I give you? Let's figure this out. This doesn't need to just be a one way, me tell you a whole bunch of things and you go, oh, that would be great if I could actually do that. Let's turn this into a full on dialogue where you reach out to me, I reach out to you, and we connect some dots. I do feel like talking about family for a second is very important. I spoke a little bit in the last episode about my grandparents and my parents and how well they were. They don't fully understand what I do or why I do it, but they saw the passion and they got it. It clicked with them. None of them could tell any of their friends what I do, but nonetheless, they're proud of me and they believe in me and they're always there to help. They're always there to say, what do you need? I feel like there isn't enough said about your immediate family. The toll that this industry can take on a wife, a husband, your kids. It's if you're lucky enough to get a job in live events where you don't have to travel and you make a good amount of money, that's great. Keep that job forever. If you can be home by 6 o'clock at night to have dinner with your family, that's amazing. I'm to a point where I have to travel a lot. I'm just in that world now where I have to be away from my family, and it sucks. Every single time I get on a plane, or I'm at the airport waiting for a flight, or I'm on a bus going to a rental car facility, or anything, and I see families, it crushes me because I'm missing time with my family. But also, there's a part of me that understands this isn't just a job. I mean, it's a career. It makes my money. It puts food on the table for the kids. And while that's the main goal of working, it's also a passion of mine. It's been in my blood as long as I can remember. So my family understands that. You know, my kids were born into it. My wife understood because I was starting to do a lot of this when we met in high school. We're high school sweethearts, by the way. 20-year wedding anniversary this year. And she fully understands what it means when I have to go travel or when I have to do things. And early on, I was always very nervous to say, I got to go travel for 3 days or I got to do this because we had little kids and I didn't feel like I was pulling my weight. But she knew what it meant to me more than just the job. She knew this is what I like doing and this is a way for me to provide. It's the best way for me to provide for the family. So she just developed this rationale over the years that was, okay, when you're leaving, when you're coming back, we're going to have to figure out this and we're going to have to figure out parent-teacher conferences and we're going to have to figure out who's going to pick up who from where. Thank God my 2 older kids drive now because that would be absolute hell on my wife. But just being supportive can make all the difference and keep things going. You know, it keeps the marriage going. I'm always willing to support my wife in anything that she wants to do. She, you know, has had some medical problems and we don't need to get into it, but she's not really able to work right now. She's a stay-at-home mom, which is great because we have a 5-year-old and it's good for her to be home with Lex. If she ever wanted to do anything, I mean, without a doubt, not because of everything that she's done for me, but just because I know what it means to be supportive because of her. I don't know if I would ever say no to her if she said, I want to try this or I want to do that or I want to, you know, I think I want to go to school again. the first words out of my mouth would be, when do you want to start? And it's the God's honest truth, but it's also how I feel like everyone treated me growing up. And maybe that means I'm spoiled. Maybe I'm figuring something out as I'm speaking to you right now that maybe I've just been spoiled in a good way, but I don't know. I don't really know how to process that, I guess. But it's helped me. The support that my wife has given me and that my parents and grandparents have given me has just made me want to find the yes and want to say, yes, let's do this. Yes, it's not a crazy idea. Or yes, let's go look online and find those jobs. Let's find a way in. Let's find a pathway. And I think about that whenever people ask me, how do you get to work in the place like this? Or how did you learn this? Or anything like that. That's career path questions. And I just say, I asked somebody and I said, can I do this? Can you show me how to do this? And that person said, yeah, sure. Pull up a chair. That's the most important thing you can do, is just be inquisitive, ask questions. And if those people are the right people, they'll say yes, pull up a chair, or yes, let's go find a way to do this. If they're the wrong people, they're going to say, no, that's not a good idea. No, you shouldn't do that. And I thank my wife every day for how she is regarding my work and my career. And I love her very much for that. Family, it's become a bit of a family business as well. I mean, for the past couple of years, I started bringing my son Everett, who's 18, to work. Doing a lot of work at Fenway Park. I brought him in. He didn't really tell me he was interested in doing what I do, but I felt it was good for him to just experience some of these things that I do, because they're once in a lifetime experiences. Being on the field at Fenway Park not many people get to do that. So he graduated high school. He went to the same school my wife and I did. He's a metal fab welding graduate. And he ultimately decided he wanted to take the summer off, spend some time with his girlfriend who was moving to Michigan State. And when the summer was over, there weren't a ton of jobs available. And I said, we're hiring a shop tech. Do you want to come work in the office with me? And he said, yeah, I think that'd be great. He's already been promoted once. He's been there for, 4 months, 5 months, and he's already been promoted to audiovisual tech. So it's in the kid's genes. And I don't know if he loves it as much as I do. I mean, I love it, but it's at least a pathway for him. And my daughter Bella, she's 17. She's graduating this year from South Shore Votech. You see a pattern here? She's going to go into the same field her mom and her aunt and everybody else on her mom's side of the family. We're all really into cosmetology. My grandmother did nails. Her aunt has been doing hair forever. She's one of the best on the South Shore. And Amanda, when she could work, was one of the best hairdressers on the South Shore. She still has a couple clients that she'll go to their house, or they'll come to our house because they're her diehard clients, but she just can't stand up in a salon all day. She can't do it. So Bella is really following in Amanda's footsteps there. And she's done a couple things with me. She's helped me out, but I mean, it's just not her cup of tea. She's not really into it. I have a cute picture. If I can find it, I'll show it as B-roll right here. But Amanda brought them to work once. Had to be about 17 years ago. That's just a mind-trippy thing that I said. Was setting up a show at the Marriott Copley, and they were there, I think, coming to maybe just visit. I don't know. They might have just been coming to the city. And I said, you should stop by. And I took a picture of them, of the kids sitting at the Screen Pro Plus. That's how long ago this was. It was a Screen Pro Plus 1604 with the old-fashioned Clearcom belt packs and headsets. And I put them on the two kids, and Everett had fun with the T-bar, and Lexi, that was a slip. Everett had fun with the T-bar, and Bella was just shouting into the comm. One of my techs was on the other end yelling back at her. It was cute. But it was good that they got to see what Daddy does. And I'm a champion for that. If your family wants to know what you do and they want to see what it's like. I'm more than happy for them to come see some of the behind the scenes stuff. It's not always appropriate, and you just got to understand that there are appropriate times and there are very inappropriate times, like during a real live show. But if you ask and you say, "Hey, I'd love my kids to see what Dad does," or "I'd love my wife to see what I do all day," I'm more than happy to oblige, if you ask the right question. So, yeah, I more or less just wanted this to be a short follow up to the last episode where we just talked about how important family really is. And my own experience is probably very different than everybody else's out there. I can't speak for everybody, but if you don't have that kind of support system, if you're out there and you don't have parents, maybe they've passed away. If you don't have a significant other and you just need someone to cheer you on and say, yeah, you can do this. Let's do this together. I'll help you figure this out. Then leave a comment, message me. I'll figure out how to get a hold of you, and we'll figure out what to do. That's my quest here. So I think that's good. This isn't really episode 3. It's more of a episode 2.5. I'm still here in Palm Springs for at least another day. I'll be traveling the next couple of days for an MPI event, Meeting Planner International. But I'll be back in a few days and probably posting more content after that. We'll see how these go. If these get 0 hits and nobody's interested in it, then maybe we'll slow it down a little bit. But let me know. Let me know in the comments. Let me know. Email me if you want. If this is not worth your time, then I don't need to do it. But if there are things that you need to know, hopefully I'm going to explain them here. So have a great one, everybody, and help somebody out today.